Okay, so today we will discuss creating a simple CICD pipeline using Jenkins. Okay, so so this will be our lab actually. So we will create a Jenkins and configure Jenkins. Okay, Jenkins is our CICD tool. So we have one repository. This will be our GitHub repository, and this is a minimal CICD. Okay, so you all guys know how this works, okay, the CICD pipeline. So I will configure one virtual machine. Virtual machine. So this will be my production machine. Consider production, okay, production server. So this is our pipeline workflow. So what will happen? These are the developers. Consider the developers are here. So they will write the code and push to GitHub, okay. Push up, sorry, GitHub. Then there is a repository there, our application repository, one repo there. So we will integrate with the Jenkins. This GitHub account, first you need to integrate with the GitHub, sorry, Jenkins. Then we will create a application inside, a project inside the GitHub for the application. A project we will create for deploying the application, this application. Then we need to deploy this application to any platform, right? So here we will take a virtual machine for our platform. So the Jenkins will deploy to corresponding platform. Like here it is virtual machine. So whenever any new code changes, okay, after sometimes or some other situation, the application codes, they will add some new features or any code changes happen in the GitHub repository. The Jenkins will automatically getting the details, getting the new code and deploy to VM. Got it?
Yeah,
You don't have any doubt?
Yes. No.
Shilpa Venkat, clear, right?
yeah, clear.
Yeah.
So for this, we need a GitHub account, a Jenkins server with a Jenkins, and a production server. So first I'm going to install Jenkins, okay. For Jenkins, I am choosing T2 medium. Launch. Same way, I'm going to launch one machine for the production. This will be the prod. Same OS I'm choosing like Amazon Linux. That's fine. For production, this machine is fine. Okay, like one Visual CPU and 1 GB RAM. Because that machine deploying the application. This is a small size application, so that would be fine. Choosing my VPC, then private public, subnet, choosing public subnet, enabling IP, because this is customers facing machine. Okay, consider like, you need to expose application through this machine. SSH is fine, but I will add one more port for accessing the application. That would be 80 or 8080. This seems still pending, so I'm going to delete and create one more. I'm going with the T3 medium, okay? Just changing to T2 to 3.3. So the T3 is running actually. Okay. So I'm going to install Jenkins, okay? So we can go with the official documentation. So the installation part is done, okay? So go to security group and enable the port 8080 for Jenkins server. .88 is the default port for Jenkins, okay? So anyone can access your role. I created one more machine for accessing Jenkins if I face any issue in my local machine. So this is a virtual machine for accessing Jenkins. So my screen is visible, right?
Yes.
Okay, I need to copy my continue. We are this is a customization page of Jenkins the first step after we configure Jenkins. So here we have two options: install suggested plugin and selected plugins to install. Most probably we are going with the suggested plugins. So it will automatically installing some common plugins. These are the plugins it's installing like Git, LDAP, email extensions. These are the plugins actually, okay? Plugins means it's a service to integrate with some other services, okay? For example, this is Git installing Git, okay? So after installing Git plugin, Jenkins servers can integrate with the Git. So coming to this page, getting started page, we can provide a username. So I will go with admin, password admin, and provide some email like coming to organization perspective, they will provide the users for us, okay? Then save and continue. They will means the one who administrating Jenkins. Jenkins is ready, just start using Jenkins. So this is our dashboard where we working in Jenkins. Okay. So here we can see in dashboard, people, build history, manage Jenkins, my views, build queue, build executor status. Then here manage Jenkins, we configure Jenkins actually. So just to configure, go into dashboard. Manage Jenkins. See, this is the page actually we configure different tools, integrating some tools and onboarding some servers, adding machines, then installing plugins, tool configuration, system global settings path, all things we create, I mean, saving credential of some other machines. So different uh, options are here. So coming to our lab, we install Jenkins, right? Install VM, and we have a GitHub repository. See, this is my GitHub repository. See, this is my GitHub repository, my GitHub account. So this is my account username / my application repository name. This is PHP dash demo is my application repository. So inside my application repository, the application codes and dependent codes, all things are listed here. See, you can see here like index.html. This is application code, index PHP, and all the things are listed in my application repository. So this is my application I need to create. I mean, I am going to deploy using Jenkins CICD. Okay. So now all three things are done, right? But there is no connection between each one, right? So how to integrate these things? So we can call there is a connectivity from Jenkins and Jenkins to production. Like this is actually a CI, okay, CI part. And this is a CD part, continuous deployment, okay, from Jenkins to the production. So as of now, there is no connection between these three, okay. Each one are working as individual. So we need to create a service connection between these tools and after these tools. Okay. First, I am going to create a connectivity between this production, I mean the Jenkins and the virtual machine. Okay. So here I have a Jenkins server running. So this is my machines. So Jenkins server, this one, Jenkins server is running and production server is running. So first we need to create a integration between, I mean, from Jenkins to production. So in Jenkins, there are different way of, I mean, pushing the code. Okay. For example, okay. For example, just assume that the codes are in the repository. Okay. From repository to Jenkins, here the codes are, okay, the project and all things. So we need to push the entire code, right? I mean, the application code to production server, right? This is just a simple application, okay, like the first lab, right? I mean, we deploy a sample application. So similar application is this. So we just move the copy to the corresponding path, right? I mean, there's a Apache web server here. I mean, in the previous lab, we installed Apache web server. Then there's a path, var.html like path. We copy the path to copy the application to the corresponding path, right, in Apache. So the VM, we can access the VM through the port and we can access the application. So this lab is same lab actually. So we didn't integrate anything like creating or build anything. This is a simple application. So we need to push the application to the corresponding directory. Coming to this lab, Jenkins will push the code, okay? In previous lab, we copying the application to the corresponding path, but coming to this CICD, Jenkins will do the process. We didn't bother about that. So Jenkins will copy the entire code to corresponding path. So before that, we need to install the Apache in production server. So I quickly connect. We didn't install the Apache in this server, so that I'm going to install. So it's fine. Okay, it's running. So that part done. So now in previous lab, what we'll do, we go to the corresponding directory and move the copy. Okay. So coming to CICD, we didn't move that thing, right? Because all the things we give to the CICD part, right? I mean, providing to Jenkins. So Jenkins will ensure and Jenkins will move the copy and Jenkins will do all the things. That's why we're creating CICD, right? To automate all the things and monitoring all the things. So yes, so to moving the code to the virtual machine, there is a plugin inside Jenkins. So we need to install the plugin. The plugin name is called SSH. Like I think it's a name called. I forgot the name. It's a service to. I mean, it's sending code via SSH. That's the connection type. Okay. So what we'll do, the Jenkins know the SSH connection of this machine. We need to provide the SSH things like IP, key of this machine and all things. So the Jenkins will push the code using the SSH service. Okay. So what we'll do, we just go to the Jenkins and install plugins. Go to plugins. So here we can see the plugins. Okay, seems no updates are available. Available plugins, we can install the plugins that are available. See, these are the plugins. As per the requirement, we need to install corresponding plugins. So coming lab, we will install different plugins. This is the plugin name SSH. I think the name is publish over SSH. That's the name, publish. That means it's publishing the code over SSH connection. See, this is a connection, okay? Publish over SSH. So just click and here we can see install button. So click install. So it will install, the installation is going on. See, all success. That means it installed. Then the plugin part is done. Then go back to manage Jenkins. Then go to tools. So whenever we install plugins, okay, that will list in the tools section, okay, in Jenkins. So these are the predefined, pre-installed plugins. That why it's shows here. I lost my RDP connection.
You said RTP connection. What is RTP? Request
Remote
protocol.
desktop protocol, yeah.
Oh, remote desktop
Yeah,
protocol.
I installed a Windows machine. For Windows, we didn't use SSH. We use RDP.
Putty.
Yeah.
Oh, putty. Okay.
So I configure on Windows for accessing Jenkins.
Hmm.
So this is a way we accessing Windows machine. Okay. So choosing RDP client and download the file, then open it. So connect. We need to provide the administrative password. So username is administrator. So how we get the password? Here there is option get password. And here we need to provide the PIM key. I used the same PIM key, GS, no, I think, yeah. Open and decrypt password. So this is my password. Copy and paste it here. Yes. So this machine is hanging. I think less configuration. See the Windows machine is T2 micro. That's why it's hanging. So I will show you how to scaling machine. Okay, that is there are two types of scaling: horizontal scaling and vertical scaling. That machine is making problem. Again, I lost the connection. Okay, two types of scaling are there. So coming to horizontal scaling, what will happen? This is considered this is a virtual machine. Okay, this is a VM. This is horizontal scaling. Okay, horizontal scaling. Then vertical scaling are there. Two types of scaling available in cloud computing. So consider this is a virtual machine. So we need to scale up. Okay, as sometimes more request or more load, then we need to scale up, right? So we have a virtual machine. So if we choose horizontal scaling, what will happen? It will create another server like a identical server. Okay, identical one with all the configuration, application, all the things. So this is like a identical one. It will create one more machine. Again, it will go one more as per the requirement. So it will load the balance, right? like as per the requirement, it will create machines that we need to provide that machine count and all the things. Okay, so coming to vertical scaling, we have virtual machine. For this scenario, we didn't stop the machine, right? Because it will create a clone of another machine against clone as per the requirement. So coming to vertical scaling, what we'll do is, for example, this machine resources is 1 GB RAM and one virtual CPU. Okay, consider this thing. So we need to scale up using vertical scaling. So we need to stop the machine and we will add more resources instead of creating a clone machine or identical machine. So the next time we just adding the resources only. After adding the resources, like this, it's 2 GB RAM and 4 virtual CPU. That's all. So coming to production environment, this won't applicable because we need to stop the machine. So there will be a downtime, similar thing. So I will show you how to vertical scaling a machine. So I'm going to scale up my Windows machine because that machines have some issue. So I'm just to go to stop machine. See here, change instance type. After stop state, it will enable actually. Now it's stopping. Yeah, it stopped. Go to action, instance setting, change instance type. Here we can change the mission type. Now it's T2 micro. So we can choose from, I'm going with the T2 medium, T2 dot.
Maybe there is no dot between T2 and medium. Oh, there's space.
No, there's a dot.
There is a dot. Yeah.
Yes. It's not loaded actually.
Is there a T3 micro?
T3, I think there's a T3, right? Yes. T2 dot medium, right?
Change it to T2 medium.
I think it's some issue with my account or something. That's why.
Try refreshing the window.
Now it's fine.
It's funny how some things that you could never imagine in command line actually, like silly things like refresh on the browser, can do things for you.
And now it's changed to T2 medium. See. So I'm going to restart. So this way we will vertical scaling machines, okay? So the problem here is we need to stop the machine. Okay, that comes good. Okay. Okay, so here we can see our installed plugins. Okay, so just scroll down. So scroll down.
Can I have a quick comment here?
Yeah.
So I noticed that the first time I saw Jenkins login was admin and something, I got a little bit confused that how can like a global login be admin? But what I realize now is that you have this on some virtual machine and you are the admin on that version of Jenkins on that machine. So you can log in,
Yes.
right? I think with the cloud, that's where the tricky thing is, like there's so many computers that you don't realize that there's maybe a computer inside a computer or another computer there, right? Like if you're used to physical machines, that gets a little tricky. Like you have to track it mentally, then you know, okay, this other computer here. Because they all look the same inside the same browser windows, right?
Yes. You mean the admin privilege, right? Or
Yes, admin privilege is on that specific virtual machine with the IP address number. That's why you could log in as admin. Like, how can so many people in the world log in as admin, right? There must be
yes,
some,
admin privilege. They have
yeah,
the
there
admin
must,
privilege.
yeah, but it must be on that local machine, that virtual machine, not
Mhm.
some website. Like, it looks like you went to some website and you logged in as admin, right?
So this is Jenkins actually.
Yeah, no, I know. It's just like because it all is living inside a browser window, right? It looks like maybe in my brain I associated with uh, a URL, but it's not a URL. I mean, it is a URL because it's like going to that IP address and that port and that path, right?
Yes, yes. So I'm using the IP of my Jenkins where I installed Jenkins. Okay, I installed Jenkins in my Amazon machine. So I'm
Yes,
choosing
yes.
that. Yeah. Then when
Yeah,
creating, when
no,
create,
I understood that. I just in the beginning it used to confuse me because I didn't notice that subtle thing that okay, it's a virtual machine that you are logging onto.
okay.
I somehow missed that detail, or
Okay.
I don't know. Everybody is visually different, right? So they think that uh, it to me it looks all like it's inside some browser. So I get confused whenever I try.
Actually, for all the servers, it must be installed in some machine. So here in cloud, it's virtual machine because it's a server, right? Jenkins. So it must
Right,
be
but
installed in somewhere, right? So it's installed in VM virtual machine, and using the public IP of that machine and
okay.
port for Jenkins 8080.
8080.
you got it, Amor.
Yeah. Maybe I made it more complicated than I need to. But
Okay.
I don't know if
So,
any other people thought that or went through that. I don't know.
mhm. So coming to our lab, I installed the plugin publish our SSH inside my Jenkins, right? So after that, in systems we can see the plugin. Okay, just to go to the system, go to manage plugins, then go to system, then scroll down. As we can see like publish our SSH because we install the plugin. Otherwise, that publish our SSH option doesn't see here. See here, public or SSH because we install the plugin. Okay, these are the plugins installed in during the configuration. I mean auto installation. These plugins. So for publish or SSH, we install the plugin. Okay, so we here some detail. We need to provide some detail here like a path of key, passphrase key, SSH server, and all the things we need to add here. So coming to key, we need to provide the key of our production machine. Got it. So now we are on the Jenkins. This is our GitHub, and this is a production. Okay. So now we are going to create a connectivity from Jenkins to the VM production. Okay. Prod. So what we'll need to provide here, like we install a plugin, then go to the corresponding plugin and add the SSH key of the which machine we need to push the code. Okay, because this is a plugin called publish over SSH. So what do, we do like the Jenkins will do publish the code through SSH connection to the corresponding machine. How we SSHing some virtual machine, right? For example, we need to use putty for SSH connection. Same way, Jenkins will do the process. Jenkins will pushing the code to SSH. So we need to provide this VM PEM file. So I'm using same PEM file, I think.
In Jenkins, will keep the PEM file of the
Yes, yes,
production
yes.
within it
Yes.
because it's private IP,
Which
like
one private IP?
private network, right? Like from
No.
Jenkins
All,
to
all, all are public. That's why we are accessing the applications.
right browser. Yeah.
All are public because we need for Jenkins machine we need to public because we need to access the application. This is production machine. So this production machine will have the application, right? So users need to access the application. So all the machines are in public actually.
Okay.
So I am going to prod. Yes, no. So this is my pen key for all the machine. So just open the pen key. So copy and go back and see here, there's a key option. So paste here. So we provide the key, okay, that's fine. Then see here SSH server add option. So click add. So give it a name for the machine. I'm going to provide a name like prod. Then the host name, okay. So the host name is the public IP of our production machine. So go back to the console and copy the public IP and go to the page, paste here. And we need to provide the username. Username is default username, EC2 user. And the remote directory where we need to push the code, okay. This is the main option where we pushing the code. The same directory we need to provide here, the var www html. So this directory we will push the code, okay. So after providing this, we need to verify the test connectivity. So here we can see a test configuration. Just click yes. See, there's a success. If everything seems good, then we will get a success. Otherwise, some failure here, then we need to check and verify all the things again. So this will be fine. Just save and apply. I forgot to apply. Go to system. Folder. Okay. Okay, that would be fine. So now we can say there's a connection between Jenkins and the virtual machine, right? So next we need to create a application project inside Jenkins, and we need to integrate with our repository GitHub. Okay. So go back to Jenkins. So how to create a project inside Jenkins? Create new item. See. So here we can provide a name like application. There are different types of project scenarios are here like freestyle, pipeline, multi-configuration project, folder type, organization folder. Most probably we are going with the freestyle and pipeline. Pipeline is the Groovy main CICD pipeline project is using this pipeline. So now we are going with the freestyle project, okay? Because this is a simple project. Okay. So we will get a dashboard to configure our project. So description, these are the options that we need to configure. So this is a GitHub project, okay. So here we can see different options are there, discard all, build, project, parameter. So this is related to a GitHub project. So click the GitHub project and we need to provide the GitHub URL here, okay, GitHub project URL. So where we will get the GitHub project URL, just go back to my GitHub page. So this is a GitHub page. So this is a URL, just copy and paste it here. So this is my GitHub URL. Then scroll down. See here, source code management. So here our source code management is source code management is where our code belongs. Okay, that's we need to provide. So this is purely Git, right? So we need to provide the Git. So again, we need to provide this is not the GitHub project URL. This is GitHub repository URL. Okay. So we need to provide the GitHub repository URL here. So where will you get the repository URL? So this is our repository. So here we can see code, drop down the code, see HTTPS. This is our repository URL. Just copy.
But it will keep changing, right? It's a repository. It should be flexible, right? Repository URL, like that is for one particular
Yes,
application.
particular project, right? Yes. For example,
That
this is for WhatsApp application. Then we need to create a repository for WhatsApp.
like manually we need to create so many different repository in Jenkins for each of the project. Is it like
Yes,
that?
because each application we need to create different pipeline, right? Each pipeline.
Right, right. Okay.
So I'm going to provide the URL here. Okay. So there is a connection failed to connect to repository. Here are
You have to
performing
put
Git
the
command.
PEM key to the repository, right? Credential.
No. Git lib. Yeah. This is a problem because in Jenkins, okay, where the Jenkins application running. So in that machine, we need to install Git. Got it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you can track the changes inside that
This
machine.
is a machine where I installed Jenkins. So I'm going to log in again. Sudo yum install Git. Now I'll check again. See, now it's gone the error. So that fine. Then coming to this is the opposite part. That's fine. We didn't give any credential, okay? Because this some scenarios the application repository might be private, okay? If in private, then we need to provide the credential to authenticate. Now this application is public, so we didn't provide any credential because this will fetching the code from corresponding repository. So here branch to build. See, this is pointing by default pointing to master. We need to verify our application is in master. Yeah, this is in master. See, project in master. So we can go with the master. Then leave all the things. And coming to build trigger and build environment, we need to choose correspondingly. So in build trigger, we need to choose GitHub hook trigger for Git SCM polling. So choose this option because this is actually a GitHub hook trigger. Okay, that means what are the things happen in the GitHub account, so it will trigger. I mean, the GitHub knows there is some new things there, like new codes are there, so it will trigger. I can build trigger happen in GitHub. Sorry, in Jenkins. So we need to enable the option. Then coming to build environment. Okay, here in build environment, we need to choose send file execute command over SS, send files or execute command over SS after the build. See, this is the option we need to choose, like send files or execute command over SSH after the build runs. In this sentence, we can you all got the meaning, right? That means after the build.
Why after the build? Why not before the build?
Before the build, I mean, we need to get the application, right? Before we build, how we get the application? It's only sending the unbuilt codes.
Oh, so you take the unbuilt code, then you build it, then you execute more
Yes,
commands on top.
because the Jenkins will build the things.
So it's an automated building there.
Right.
That's why it's after the building is done, it will do.
Yep. So choose send files. So when we choosing the option, we need to provide the corresponding machines, SSL server, all things. So by default, it will show the SSH server because we already configured the SSH server in Jenkins. We gave it name like prod, all the things. If more SSH server, it will list here. But in our case, only one server there. Then the transfer set, we need to provide the source file. Okay. And the remote directory prefix execute command. Okay. So source file we can check with. See, we need to provide the, I mean, some app, what type of codes that belong in our repository. So we need to provide the codes that rely in our code using this format. So just copy, paste. In our application, there is no jar file or jar application. So we need to ensure what type of codes are in. See, this is HTML, PHP there, HTML there. Then, yeah, we need to provide that.
YML text.
Text we didn't mention. HTML is there. Then comma. Then again paste the thing. Then jar is there, right? PHP is there. Then CSS. Yes.
YML file was also there.
YAML, we didn't get the YAML. The YAML for, I think, which this is for Azure pipeline, but we didn't need these files. We only need a index file, index.html and index.php.
Okay.
So HTML is there, CSS, then PHP. Fine. Then we need to provide a remote directory. Most probably remote directory would be the root directory. So I will choose the root here. Execute command. Just going to save. Okay, it's saved. See, this is our application in our dashboard. This way we can see the application. But we didn't configure this part, git to our Jenkins. Okay.
Jenkins.
So how we will configure or how we will create an integration between these two? These are a service connection, okay, from one service to another service. So what we'll do, just to go to the, our repository. This is our repository page. Here we can see so many options there, issues, pull, settings. So just click the settings. So this is the settings of our specific repository. So here we can see a option like webhook. So we use a webhook connection from
GitHub.
GitHub to Jenkins server.
Jenkins.
So choose webhook and add webhook. Then we need to provide a payload URL. Okay. Payload URL is our targeted mission. Our targeted is Jenkins, right? So we need to provide the Jenkins URL. Just copy and paste. See, this is our Jenkins URL. HTTP full. We need to provide the full URL. Okay. Jenkins HTTP, then the IP of the Jenkins machine, then the port number as well we need to provide. After that, we need to add GitHub, then webhook. This would be fine. Okay.
Is there any documentation
For
for all these steps, like from how to make connection with like
this,
through
I think
GitHub and Jenkins?
2 to 3 lab, you will get idea how to create connectivity.
But we forgot also, right?
No. You must do some labs. I mean, 1 or 2 lab. Then we will. There are several labs in coming to CICD.
Mhm.
Okay, webhook. Then add webhook. So see, here we get a tick mark. Okay, that means there is a success connection between the the repository and the where and the Jenkins. So here we can see a tick mark and see the last delivery was successful. That means there is a service connection between GitHub and Jenkins. So we are going to Jenkins and go to the our application project app. So as of now, the application does not build actually. Okay. So we need to build manually. There are two ways to build the application. I mean, our application project, manual build and the trigger happen in the, I mean, new changes in our repository, then it will automatically, Jenkins will build the application again and again whenever new codes changes in GitHub. So now I am going to manually build. So we can use build now option here. So click build now. See here, we can see the build. So it's building. This is a simple application. That's why it's less time. When coming to end-to-end big application, like there are a lot of stages like code analyzing, then building, creating Docker image, then pushing to Docker. Like there are big stages, CICD is there. So it will take more time. So now our application build is done, but some error happen here. We can see, just click here to see the console output. So in output, we can see all the uh, steps that are running when we click the build. So this is output, build workflow recommended tool, cloning. This is done. See, cloning GitHub repository is done. It will clone the application. Then the error happen here is commit message update index dot. Yes, there is a permission issues happen here because the Jenkins pushing the code, I mean, sending the code over SSS to the production server, there is a permission issues. So we need to uh, sort out the issue. So what we'll do, just to go to the Jenkins, sorry, just to go to the production machine. Okay. The problem here, this Jenkins sending some code to that directory like var HTML directory, but here there is a permission issue that this machine said like, no, you don't have the permission to keep the code here. So what we'll do, we need to log into the production machine and give the permission to the corresponding directory. So I'm going to log in, connect. Okay, then go to cd var www. See here, there is a HTML here. So we need to provide uh, the, I mean, execution power to this HTML directory. Okay. So change modification using the change modification command and 777, that is read write, then R, then provide the directory, provide this directory. Hit enter. Okay. Then I'm going to back and build again. So build now. Again, it will build again. Okay, see, build it to, you can see the build it to is success. See our console output. See here we can see a finished state is equal to success. That means our application is successfully deployed to production server. So just to go to verify, I need to enable HTTP in production server, the port number. So just to go to security. This is my production server, okay. Only enable the port SSH. So I'm going to enable HTTP and everyone can access the application 0000. That's fine. Then copy the machine IP. Port number 80. See, this is our application. That application purely run in a CICD pipeline. So how we can say this is in CICD pipeline? Because, for example, this is the name of come and learn the DevOps. Okay, this is our application initial stage. So after sometimes we need to modify our application. So we need to change the, some thumbnail or icon or the user interface changing or anything we can change. Okay, so what we'll do, the developers will changing the code, right? Taking the code and they will add some code. Then again they will push to GitHub, right? So push to the corresponding directory or repository. Then that time the Jenkins knows there is a code change happen. So what we'll do, the Jenkins will automatically getting the code and build the code, then send it to production. So I'm doing this scenario, okay, as a developer, just to go to, because we need to know the automatic workflow. So go to the directory. So this is my repository. So this is my, I think index.html is the main code page. So I'm going to change something. Before that, we just to go to the edit mode, okay? Edit this file. See, body image H1 is, this is the thing like command line DevOps. So I'm going to change some code. Please login. So I am change some code in the repository and commit changes, okay? So after commit, the commit is done, okay? So the Jenkins app actually now it's building. You can see, just to go to the app, we can see a third build happen. See, this is automatically Jenkins now there is a
So
code change and it's building. So
did
just
you configure it automatically? Did you
no.
some settings?
First time only we confirm all the things. So just refresh my page, okay?
But you configured, means you did manually, right? For auto, you didn't
Code, you mean
do
code
any.
code changing, right?
No, not code changing. Obviously, whatever code will change, it will push automatically to the Jenkins.
Hmm.
But where was the setting where you define that whenever there is a code, it will take automatically and build it?
When creating the project, we there is an option, the trigger option you didn't, I mean,
Okay,
notice,
okay.
right? There is a GitHub poll trigger using GitSCM polling. This is called
Okay.
that process. So whenever there is a new code in our GitHub repository, Jenkins will build
Mhm.
the code again. So it will build and it's pushed to our production
Uh,
server. See.
Yeah, my question was it will build automatically, but before this you were showing us that manual building. So how to
Manual
differentiate?
building it's first time actually, because in the repository there is no code change happen. So first time I
Mhm.
will build from this console, and otherwise I can go to the repository and change code. Then it will automatically build.
Okay, okay,
Okay, there is two
okay.
way we can build. That's why I mean showing all the thing.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So in production it's changed, right? So this is the way the CICD works. So whenever no change there, it will we can see at the same time the product. I mean the customers can access the new changes. Got it, all of you?
Yes.
Anyone have any doubt?
Yeah. Yeah.
All are good, right? Because this is a
Yeah.
small application. When we coming to uh, pipeline based application, we can see there are different stage, like 8 stage or 6 stage, 7 stage, 10 stages of build happening end-to-end CI/CD pipeline. So this is a simple one to showcase how this CI/CD works. Okay, if all are good and there is no doubt, we can wind up
But in actual practice, it's pipeline only, right?
this lab, right?
Um, in actual scenario, when we work in a project,
Hmm.
in with a team, it actually pipeline, right? Pipeline scenario only. Because
Yes.
the simple, it's uh, we don't prefer, right?
You mean the pipeline option, right? Instead of free
Mm-hmm.
type freestyle.
Right.
Yes, pipeline. Most probably, pipeline. We go with the pipeline. So if we choose pipeline, then we need to provide the details to as Groovy. So we need to learn the Groovy script actually. In Groovy, we will add different stages.
Okay.
For
So
example, yeah,
mhm. Will you cover Groovy, or we need to learn
no,
means
no, no.
Groovy?
Coming to CICD, we will go through the Groovy actually when we choosing the pipeline. Coming
Okay.
labs, there are different labs are there.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay, all are good, right?
Yes, all good.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
night, good morning, wherever
Good,
you are.
Bye bye.
good
Bye.
Bye all.
day. Bye bye.